also said some next type of thing, and the market has been in the red. It has been in the red so much. Like, I don't even really know what's going on, but all I can say is this is the perfect time to enter the market. But of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but it is the, like, probably best buying opportunity ever. So Trump come out and said, like, what was it? I just asked, what did Trump say for crypto to drop? Like, Mr. Trump said that the measures were because China was planning to impose large scale export controls on virtually every product they make. The US already imposes, blah, blah, blah. You can read the rest. I don't really follow the news. I don't pay much attention to it. I just follow the astrology, and it all aligns up with the astrology without even noticing the news anyway. But do you see what happens? We have this big ass wick all the way down, and this is showing the better part because this is just a line chart, so it's really not that deep. It's not that deep, but we had this big ass wick across the entire crypto board, and so many people were like, oh, I'm so scared, loads of liquidation. Loads of liquidation. And then many people like, it's not happening, it's coming out, being flooded out of the market. And what's going to happen is we are just going to rise up and continue. Because like I says, I don't pay attention to the news. There's no need. Simply following the astrology. I'm not saying that's all you need. Pay attention. It's just how I best function. And it all happens to align anyway. But if you do need to follow the news and see, then it will make sense, because we were in a full moon phase. Full moon phase, not just any full moon phase. We're in a Pisces super hunters moon. So that big ass moon that you've seen if you were out recently, you're like, wow, like it was the closest the moon was this year. This is why when it comes to the Pisces energy, oh, and I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Kelita. Sahliah, if you're new. If you're not, then welcome. I do combine astrology with the crypto market because that's all I do. I'm very right-brained, very feminine. So this is the best way I interpret the market. Like I says, I don't pay attention to the news. However, I have been away for a while, but your girl is back. Life been lifing. But however, knowing this full moon phase that we were in, and also recognizing it was in Pisces. Now this is related to the actual visible sky that you see outside, not mainstream astrology because that's inaccurate. But knowing that we're in a full moon and it being in Pisces, I'm not surprised with this crazy ass wick that happened in the market. Why? Because the full moon phases last 5 days before and 5 days after. So where are we today? We are on Saturday the 11th of October. So we're still in the 5 days after the moon phase of all this happening. So it happened in the phase it was meant to happen of what? Finding its support. When it's the full moon, price likes to find its support in the market. Now this Pisces energy that comes up, Pisces is weak as fuck. It's strong as fuck, but it's weak as fuck, meaning oftentimes, and you can back test this yourself based off the visible sky, not mainstream tropical astrology. This calendar is available on Etsy if you'd like it, digital and physical copies available, and there'll be one ready for 2026 and into 2027. However, Pisces is a water sign, and it is the only water sign that does not have protection of itself, unlike Cancer and Scorpio. So because it doesn't have this natural protection, it can be weak as fuck. However, it is still powerful, meaning like it how can I put it? When it is in a new moon and it's Pisces, we can get a little bit of resistance and then we push and break through that resistance level. When it's a support in Pisces, we can hold that little bit of support, but then sometimes we can push much lower into the moon phase. So I do just want to bring your awareness into that. Now, do not be alarmed. Why do not be alarmed? Because we have Mercury tomorrow entering into Libra. Mercury is about energy exchange. So it does cover other aspects, but we're focusing on the energy exchange of moolah right now, the ching ching. So it going into Libra, balance is going to come. So worry not. Many people will be worried, and many people probably left this video from the beginning once I started mentioning astrology. But then this is just not for you. You are not meant to see it if you've left already, and that's fine. I have Pisces qualities, so I'm often misunderstood, and that's okay. However, Mercury's going into Libra, so this balance in the market is going to come after this like deep correction down, and it's just so motherfucking hilarious. It's so hilarious. Also, Venus has already entered into Virgo, which is interesting because Venus does cover money as well as it covers the material reality. And Virgo is an earth sign, and it's very particular. So it's knowing or identifying truly where to go, where to put money, and so on and so on. And yeah, we do also have coming up Pluto stationing direct in Capricorn. I've done a whole live recently on that in terms of your life and the collectives. If you want to watch that, definitely go and watch it. But we're focusing on money right now. So as we're moving direct in Capricorn with Pluto, we are transforming these foundations of our society, and crypto is a big part of that. It is going to be a big part of that. Blockchain technology, fast transactions, and things of that nature. So after this FUD out of the market, pushing people out, scaring people, is not really going to happen. We are going to have an explosive quarter four, okay? And highly likely explosive quarter one. So that's just what I want to say in terms of the astrology. But I just want to say this does not look that bad. When it comes to Bitcoin, it does not look that bad. But if we were to put it on the line chart, oh damn, it does not even look that bad on the line chart. But I do want to show you XRP, because XRP was just a little bit crazy. XRP on the line chart, look at the wick. We literally wicked down to $1. $1 XRP. And I'm just so glad I wasn't wicked out, because you girls in a long since 53 cents. 53 cents. And best know we're riding that to the motherfucking top. But I wasn't wicked out, which is amazing. This is shocking. But XRP, it seems as if this had like the biggest wick. So this just, again, it tells me like the suppression of it. But if you deep it on the line chart, we've not gone that far. So we just had this whole push out scenario coming up. And I do want to bring your awareness just to the stock to flow model and then the fear and greed index. But like looking at it, it seems as if we're trying to turn that slight hint of green on the yellow, but just zoom in, we still definitely got more yellow to go. So my question is, and it still continues, will we be able to reach this line during this bull run, or will we not? Like, will we not? Like, I don't know. Will we stay under it, but will we get close to it, or will we touch it or get above it, just like as we have done here? This is something we just need to observe. However, it does look like it's getting ready to change color, but the bull run ain't done yet. So I'm seeing like we're going to get some moves, but I don't feel it will be long. That's what I'm saying. So I do feel these next few months going into the very beginning of next year could potentially be it until the next run. So we'll just keep an eye on it. And I do want to bring your awareness to the fear and greed index. People, look, well, it's saying it's at fear. It's saying it's at fear. So it's the best time to buy. Yesterday was greed. Last week was greed. So it was higher, and then we've had this deep correction, and now people are in fear. Fear is the best time to buy, when people are just like, oh, what's going on? I'm scared. It's not happening. We need to get on the market. That's the best time to get in, or, you know, to hold your position. Of course, this is not financial advice, not a financial advisor. And for TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only, TikTok. But this is all fascinating. It's really all fascinating. So we're just going to take just a quick little look at what's going on. So without that extreme, you know, we're going to go on the candle. XRP was the most extreme. I'm not going to lie. It was just like, are you okay? XR Pizzy and Hizzy, are you genuinely okay? I do have a whole bunch of lines, but as you can see, look at that. I've had this is why I don't like deleting my chart things. I've had this parallel channel for a while, and though we haven't touched it because that's like 75 cents, we definitely got close to it, but we came close to retesting these highs, like back where we were in 2022, March 2022, February 2022. We touched this high and we retested it like very, very near it. And I'll be honest, even though I wasn't expecting this big ass wick going down, and someone was like, what in the John Wick? I was not expecting this big ass wick, I'll be completely honest. However, because we did this big straight line breakout, we came down, but we didn't get back close to really doing a retest of anything. This, I feel, is just the market retesting that quickly and coming back up to fill out these higher positions. So like I says, I don't feel it's anything alarming. Well, it's nothing alarming, not really, when it comes to the RSI on the W time frame. Let's just see, no, the daily, sorry. We've hit the bottom quite nicely. We clearly was oversold. So this is even more better time to get involved if that is up to you. Oh, shit, damn, I don't have the MACD. Shit. I've not renewed my subscriptions. Can't get everything. So anyway, I do wonder where the full moon would have come in. It might not show up, but if anyone would like to help me with my subscription, it's not going to work because I've got something else on. All of them is off. I don't know, fuck it, it's not working. It's not working. By the next video, we'll be able to put on the moon phases. But the moon phase, what was it? It was the 7th. So it's like the moon probably would have come in here, kind of like at this cluster. But as I mentioned, Pisces has that weak element. It's probably come down. So the moon probably just entered like here, and then essentially the price has come down to it. And it looks terrible with the wick, but when you just deep it just on the line candle, you can see without that scare of the wick, you can literally see this just looks healthy anyway. We were up here, but we hadn't fully retested like at least this zone, and we've gone lower than it, but we hadn't retested it. What we've done is retested the lower part of this zone. So again, it just looks healthy on that part. This line is probably not even valid anymore, so we can just delete that. So yeah, like shit damn. Shit damn. What they like to do is just scare you out. Like, look at that. It really just looks like a healthy break and retest. Like, that is all. And if we were to go and pull a fib off of the swing high to potential swing low, it just looks so fucking confusing, forgive me, but the zones are quite similar. It's not that far apart to get back up and continue. For it to do the reverse, I don't really see it going down much further. It may It may try. Like, I don't really... 160. I just don't really see it doing that. If anything, you see this white zone here or here at basically the $2 region. If anything, because right now it's technically on the downward fib near the buying zone to go lower, but it would just be retesting that $2 zone. As the $1 zone, as we did a quick wick, it was quite good that it went back and retested that. So I want to make sure, I've been a bit all over the place, I'll be honest, so I do want to make sure on my next video I've got all of the indicators that I can use. Your girl needs some money. I need some money. But with Bitcoin, again, just looking at it on the line chart, it really does not look that bad, that deep. And on the candles for Bitcoin, it's not like, yeah, we had this like a big fall, but it really does not look that bad. It does not look that bad at all. Is Bitcoin done? Is Bitcoin done? We're coming back and we're retesting this zone, like this zone right here. Can we hold it is the question. Where's my rectangle? There we go. Can we hold this zone? Is the biggest question. And I feel all things were different because I have an app that it's shown the wick went down to $100. So this is where, again, manipulation in the thing is just different because TradingView's not showing that, or definitely not on this one anyway. This is Bitstamp, so it's not showing it on here, but on MetaTrader, it's shown it basically went down to $100, just a wick, and then went back up to this zone. So it's a lot of market manipulation going on during the full moon, where Pisces is the weakest. It can be manipulated like that, unfortunately. So yeah, ultimately with Bitcoin, we just want to see, can we hold this? I don't have the MACD on here, but the daily RSI, again, we're lower. So it's just telling me there's more room to the upside. I don't know if this is positive negativity positive, if you know what I mean. Positive, you know what I'm trying to say. But that's how the market makers like to make it. It's like, shit, we've just gone down. It's not happening. It's not like Bitcoin isn't reaching 200k or at least 150k. And they scare people out the market and then they continue on their way. So something that's interesting here, though this was kind of the top of it and we're in it here 3 times. 3 is like the magic number. So we do want to see if we can hold this. If we can't, then of course we'll break lower, and then this zone, like the 100k, will be the next zone until we try and tackle that again. But ultimately in this, we did create a higher high on the daily. So it's still showing an upward trend, like quite literally, it's still showing an upward trend. If we're to even just do that, could we just hold that and then continue on up? So we shall see. It's funny because Shami as well, Bitshami, shout out to Bitsham, was just like, he had a Dubcat event and he did say, now I'm seeing it go a bit lower, and it did, and it all correlates with this full moon. But anyway, do check out him. He's not on TikTok, but he's on Instagram. I'm not sure about YouTube. And yeah, if you did want to support me and grab the calendar, it's available. It will be in the link below. Make sure you get it, but don't be alarmed. Like, it's one of them ones, you're either in it for the long run, and if the long run don't happen, you shouldn't have put more in that you couldn't anyway. But ultimately it's inevitable. And I would say that confidently. Ultimately it's inevitable. They just want to get people out. They want to get people out and scared. And XRP seemed to have dropped like the lowest. seem to drop like the lowest. Even with Ethereum right here, a lot of shit, like none of these even matter now, these little lines. But as you can see, Ethereum done so good, and all that's happened is we've come back and we've retested this buying zone, the 888 fib, and we touched the top of the golden pocket, just under it, but went back right above the golden pocket. So even if we were to come under the 888 fib on Ethereum, we could just retest this nicely, getting a greater structure in price, in the price, and then continue on up anyway if we cannot hold the 0.888 fib. So like I said, we are still in this full moon phase pretty much till tomorrow, until the transition of reaching our new moon, which is finding our resistance, begins to kick in. So ultimately, we just want to see for ETH, can we hold this before potentially being brought up to our new resistance? And again, like we did create a higher high. We created a higher high. So yeah, with that being said, I am going to leave this there. This is October. Quarter 4 is historically like the best month, and quarter 1 in crypto. So many people are being scared out of it, which is absolutely fine. But the question is, will you be scared out of it? But with that being said, if you did want to support, simply like this video and share it. That would help wonders. If you do want to support by grabbing the calendar, you're more than welcome to, and make sure you stay tuned for the New Year's calendar starting in April 2026, but will be available December 2025. So yeah, with that being said, this is Kelita Sahliah, and I'll see you in the next video. Angel out. Bye.